Howdy, I'm Hasu, captain of the Atlas Hordem. Welcome to the video. Obviously, unfortunately, Persona 3 Reload has been leaked. Now, this is obviously done by Atlus themselves. It was an accident. However, understandably, what's done is done. Trailers here, both of them for 3 Reload and also P5 Tactica, or I don't know, Tactica, Tactics, whatever, whatever's going on with it. Obviously, this is not my reaction video. For those of you who have never played Persona 3, be careful. If you don't care, welcome. We're going to be talking about this. I'm going to be intricately analyzing this video, breaking it down basically, and illustrating what I think needs to be worked on, or what I think is doing well, or maybe some themes that I've noticed. Anything else I might bring up as we go through this, and maybe something I'll figure it out along the way. Obviously, if there's anything I miss, anything you guys saw that I didn't, hey, you never know. Maybe I missed something. Don't expect just a reaction. It's a 1-minute trailer. I've already seen it. Obviously, for like spoiler reasons. Don't worry, for those of you who have never played Persona 3 or plan on it, there's not much. It's certain things I'm just gonna say, but obviously it's not gonna be too spoiler because it kind of ruins itself somewhat, but not entirely. So you'll be fine. Obviously, we got the RSRB rating. Obviously, it's on the Xbox, P Studio, Unreal Engine. It is interesting. Let's make a note right here real quick that it is from the P Studio and also Unreal Engine. It is the first, I guess, official Persona game that is under their Unreal Engine. SMT5 was the first SMT game that was using the same engine. So now I guess we're all using Unreal, apparently. Interesting, though, that it is from P Studio and not Katsura Hashino, Studio Zero, right? But they're working on something else. Obviously, it's blue, Unreal Engine, lovely. Obviously, it's easy for porting and remaking, and this would have been a lovely reveal, wouldn't it? We see that dress, we see the beach side, we see the rocks. Oh, wow, damn, they actually got the 2 rocks right there fairly accurately, and then we have the beach. I think that's I forgot what that is. But yeah, she's on the little boardwalk that goes into the water, obviously, right? This would have been an amazing reveal, wouldn't it, if we had watched the Xbox showcase on Sunday. Animations in the back look decent. They look a little weird. Look a little too fakey, but maybe they'll fix that over time. Obviously, Sunlight looks great. Model looks very similar to the dancing model. Obviously, just damn, what the fuck? I guess why are they making you look like that? My God, pursed lips. Oh my God, fair skin. All right, and obviously we've seen this before. The model looks really good. Obviously, this is probably a dancing model, maybe touched up, enhanced further than the dancing model was. Clearly, which is fine. All right, obviously. It's somewhat more similar to P5. We have the little mini-map, very much like P5, how it had it on the bottom right. And then, obviously, instead of the top left, where Persona has it over here, Persona 5 has it over here. It does still have the objectives here in the corner. Heads of the faculty office. This is the school. Those are the... oh, interesting. The lockers are here. Even though it says heads of the faculty office, they're going towards the laboratory, the first floor laboratory class or office, laboratory, whatever. I forget what it's called in the game. Oh, well, hold on. Who's that? Is that Rio? That might be Rio in the corner. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is her model. We don't know. P3 and FES obviously had her. I don't know about Portable. I only played FemC for Portable. Obviously, we got the other guy. He's not on his phone, though. Then there should be a fat boy over in the corner over here. Obviously, we have it's much bigger, much more vast. Very Kingdom Hearts looking. I don't know why, but that pillar's reminding me of Olympus Coliseum. They are both in the same engine, so maybe it's just a stock pillar. I don't know. Alright. Man, he's running hella fast. My God. He got that Persona 5 Royal Run. If you didn't know, Persona 5 added a sprint button when you're running around in the normal day. P5 original did not have that, and it's going to be interesting because, again, very similar. Interesting. I mean, it is similar to his original run. I wonder if when you walk, if he'll walk with his hands in his pocket. And then, Miss Toriumi, what did they do to her? I mean, she looks similar, but I don't know. She had a longer neck. P3 had a lot of people with a lot of long necks. Miss Toriumi, though, looking pretty good. Also, they added the little speech bubbles here, like they normally did in Persona 5. But they obviously gave it the P3 outline with the blue, if you can see it. It's a little hard to notice. Hold on, let me change the settings. So why is it in 7? Nani the fuck? Alright, there we go. And weirdly enough, if you guys didn't notice, this looks very similar to P5X. This design. This room looks very similar. Also, so do the faces, weirdly enough. Miss Toriumi, interesting that it says talk. Weird. Alright, class, settle down. You can show off your scores to each other later. Yeah, that's a dialogue we've seen before. Changed Toriumi a little, but for the most part, she's relatively the same. Looks someone looks like Yukari. I think they changed her hair here. I think they pulled the left side behind her ear. Normally, I don't think that's the way it was, but I might be wrong. There's Junpei beside you, Yukari next to you, and we have, I don't know, we can't see anybody behind. Yeah, okay. There's Junpei again. Weirdly very different. Hopefully we still get Vic Mignogna, friendly student. Okay. All right, we got those girls in the back. One of them should tell you about like the where to go and what to do, or the places you can go to. They can't really. You have to talk to them if you want to fast travel in 3 and FES. In Portable, you can do it on your own. You don't need to worry about that. Call me Junpei Iori. Hopefully, we have no audio here. Hopefully, obviously, this is just footage. We're mainly meant to hear the new music from Lotus Juice. Obviously, I do love it. They gave it a somewhat similar vibe, Persona 5, with outlines in the back and also the text boxes. But obviously they made it blue. They changed it a little more. It has a more Persona 4 vibe, right? Where it has the big text box and then it has the little outline text box with, you know, bit of an angle, blah, 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 to accent it like how it did in P4. All right, Junpei, obviously relatively similar. Obviously, Junpei got a little bit of a touch-up, a little bit of a difference. But obviously his bill on his cap is a little shorter, not as straight or narrow. Lengthy. All right, we still have that area over there. A lot more trees on this side. That wasn't in the original, or maybe we just couldn't see it. That's where I believe the tower goes to, where certain scenes. Interesting that it says weekday. It doesn't say like Tuesday or something. It just says a weekday. And then obviously we have the calendar date, afternoon, and we have the moon cycle, moon phase. So waning, I believe, is that one. Very interesting note here. Obviously, in the top right corner, it is water. Weird that we're getting a lot of water theming going on. Very odd, because water was never really a theme in Persona 3. I don't know. Very, very weird addition. However, what game from Atlus do we know that is coming out that deals a lot with water, or has the Velvet Room theme in a tunnel underwater in the deep blue sea? Yeah, P5X. So weird theming we're having here. Very interesting to note. All right, and then we have Yukari. So this is very fascinating because this is very different. Also, man, Yukari looks very different here. My God, Lee. I don't know, it just feels weird seeing her like this. Which is interesting because Yukari's model looks more accurate to the P3 and FES and Portable 2D portraits. This one feels very weird, very different. Feels odd. I don't know what it is, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, obviously, you know, they're gonna look more accurate. Again, these are the dancing models. Again, just touched up and, you know, made to look better and feel more at home inside of the new engine and inside the environments of, you know, P3 Reload. Also, weirdly enough, this is supposed to be the bar or the counter, right? Weird that there's no... It used to be brown, but I guess they changed it to more like a normal cafe, because there should be the bar here, and then this is the door to go to the back exit, but I guess they've altered it. Yeah. So, obviously this is all new dialogue, because this is nothing we've ever done before. To be fair, Yukari does bring it up in P3 and FES, and Portable. If you're the female, she'll, like, basically be sexist and say, hey, you should do it, you're a woman. Worrying about our bodies. This is fascinating, though. That's very interesting that we have a food mechanic. Also, there's the karaoke bar. There's the police station, police box, or whatever they call it. B Blue V, obviously that's closed because right now it's evening. We have the Ahegeo. Ahige. Sorry, not Aheg. One's that very two different things. Oh, that's the news reporting lady. Lovely. Cool. Oh, is that a... I believe over there in the corner right there, that guy by the tree, I believe he's in apathy syndrome mode. These people seem normal. Obviously, they're doing the Persona 5 thing again, where the NPCs have no faces, which I appreciate. That's very cool. The Aohige, which obviously is also referenced in Persona 5 in Central Street. It is all the way in the far back, on the right next to the movie theater, right before you reach the theater. It'll be on the right side. You guys can actually go check that out. It's in original and royal. Got the karaoke bar, got the Chagall Cafe, which is also referenced, obviously, in P4 Golden, with the addition of Okina City, and also in P5, when you go to hang out with Yusuke on the bottom right side on the wall, you can see the Chagall Cafe sign, more of an advert, if anything, and we have Escapades Bar. Wonder if they will add Vincent in the male timeline as well, or not. Yeah, look at that guy, fucking conked out from the apathy syndrome, maybe. Interesting that nobody really is caring. Everybody's just like, yeah, whatever. Also, weirdly enough, I did notice here during his run, he kind of curves rather than, you know, is very responsive. Very oddly enough, I don't know why. It's a very realistic run cycle, very much how like Kingdom Hearts where Sora stops and starts, stops and starts. So I think that's gonna have a very similar effect here instead of, you know, just stopping and then hitting an idle animation. So, you know, we're gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately. Which I don't personally like. And here we go. I don't know. Kenji, why do you look like that? I don't know why they went with that angle. That is very, unflattering for him. But other than that, Kenji looks fairly accurate to his model. Love to see it. We are at Hagakure. Obviously, we've seen that guy before. Alright, and then there's the guy at the bar. They cleaned this up a little too much. Those tiles in the back should be either like green or darker. Like this place doesn't feel rustic enough. Before now it feels very. Ugh. I don't know what it is. It doesn't. Yeah, just not grimy. That's not the word I'm looking for. And here we go, police office box and Kurosawa. Very interesting that we're actually here because normally we don't. Anything you don't need, I can take it off your hands. Very odd. I don't know why we're back here. We've never gone past the counter. Maybe potential additions? Oh, I don't like the little arrow. I prefer the P5 thing where it's like a little notch. I like that. Okay, this I have a big problem with. I really don't like that this is all. I like the revolver stuff. That's pretty cool. The cylinder of a revolver. Obviously, weapon, armor, footwear. Oh, interesting. They're bringing back footwear. Okay, and accessory. Lovely. Sell items. My brain is wondering if we're going to get costumes. Costumes might be separate. Obviously, maybe you can't buy them. Maybe you'll have to go somewhere else. Kind of like how you had to go to that one place in Okina City. I forget what the place is called. In P4, where you can get costumes there. Maybe they'll add a location for that. Also, there, she something. We have that lady for the weapon fusion and stuff. We can go there for her. Interestingly enough, obviously this is basically Aiwei, Munehise Aiwei from P5, or Daidara's Metalworks. Unfortunately, I think they should make this more blue, obviously. Keep the blue, change the directory. I don't like that it's black and red. I mean, I kind of understand why. Again, change the keep out to yellow, make it more thematic, make it blue. I don't like the menu for the money. It feels so flat and boring. I mean, it's the same thing as Persona 5. I mean, Persona 5 had more style, though, comparatively speaking. You can't really see it, but it's right there in the top right corner. Again, just turn it blue. Yeah, Tatsumi Eastport Island Police Station. Tatsumi East Police Station. Alright, not bad. I do like that. That's pretty cool, though. Other than that, fairly decent. Feels fairly accurate to the original. Alright, a cool thing though, it shows the character's portrait and who it is. Obviously, we have Xbox Legends, LB, RB, because, you know, Xbox paid for the marketing for this, so. Also, goddamn, Kurosawa, intense stare over there. Cool, very similar to P5 somewhat. Alright, attack, accuracy, effect, information, blah, blah, blah. Right, rainbow, short bow. We knew this was coming. Again, just change the colorations, make it feel more oof. Alright, change the keep out to yellow, and then the yellow part here, change it to blue. So it accents and contrasts and juxtaposes it better. Change the keep out signs to yellow. put the accent card behind the money, the yen card, identification card. Turn that blue, accent with the yellow keep out sign, and then again, I guess keep the minus 3,000. I was already doing the subtraction in my head and said 5,000. So the minus 3,000 could stay yellow, so it's fine. Again, juxtaposing colors, very good. Obviously, we got the bow, iconography. They're really adding a lot of black and red, and I don't know why. I guess for variety, but I would prefer blue. Obviously, it works better with the theming, so maybe some of these are blue, some of these are yellow, something. Make it, I guess, because they want to make it, oh my god, P5, right? I don't know. Hold on. Tenebrosa, I'm not good with certain languages. This is also a different language. Also interesting, this is very good. We are getting actual legitimate cutscenes. 3-dimensional cutscenes, not like more akin to P5, which is lovely. Look at that. This was not in the original. We've had before we had the camera like over there by the moon on the right side, and it was facing the other way, so we wouldn't see their faces. We would be looking at their backs, and then obviously camera would shift. It was very static, much less cinematic. Because this is following a, after Catherine and Persona 5, so obviously Persona 3, in fact, also would fall in line with said cinematic cutscenes that are 3D, which is, man, this looks very good. Lovely. Obviously, this is the first shadow, which is not really a spoiler. It's literally maybe half an hour into the game. It looks really good. I wonder how much more they're going to add with this game, with this cutscene. And this is fascinating because these aren't stairs. Oh, well, I guess they are stairs, but like the stairs you find in a dungeon section, which is very interesting. Also, it's the 123rd floor, so obviously it's a very random section. Even though we have Protag, Junpei, and Yukari here, which is very interesting. Obviously, dark hour. Okay, yeah, we get the greenness. Okay, so it does change. It does shift. Lovely. This is 9:10. Okay, good. Roughly the same time. Limit 24 days. Waning moon. Nothing of import other than the dungeon's bigger. There's a lot more detail here. Lovely. All right, Shadow Bitch. Shadow Kumgoos. And our Protag has a katana, or just, a normal sword. Unfortunately, we do not see if he actually gets anything else, but that's not for us to, discuss yet, because maybe they will, maybe they won't. We don't know. So we don't know if it'll be P3 FES, where he can wield multiple weapons, or if they're going to go the P3 portable route and force him to only wield his normal sword. A cool animation. Love to see that. Awesome. Hell yeah, that particle effects. Love to see it. All right. And they have officially shown us, obviously, interesting, very cool moon command, very Persona 5 like, right? Blue outline instead of the Persona 5 black and red outline that they did. And something I love phenomenally. Okay, we got the assist, so it would auto LB, which was R1 in Persona 5, where you pressed L1, it would automatically go to which, if you have the weakness, it would pick the weakness and it would pick the target that had that weakness. So that's great. And we have the Persona 5 layout, the UI design, and I am phenomenally happy. So Persona Y, or triangle, item, X, or square. Obviously, this is all Xbox Legends iconography, right? So because they pay for the marketing. So guard would be circle or B, obviously. And then attack would be A or X. Obviously, the command, because, it's Yukari. So that moon is probably for the extra stuff. So analyze, obviously, L1. Tactics. Okay, survey? What does that mean? Survey. Oh, survey. Okay, like who's going to be next. Okay. So instead of turn, it'll say survey. So it'll survey who will have the next turn. I see. And then obviously the start button, or the hamburger button, whatever. The options button. Regardless of whether it's Xbox, it's just 3 lines. That is obviously the fast forward mode, where you just do physical attacks. No L2, R2 so far, which L2 is not tactics, it's I forget what it's called, but like the menu where you would escape, you could escape, you could choose your tactics for whether your party were direct commands or other things as well. Very fascinating. So I'm assuming that's what it means by command. Obviously, the menu would pull up. Love that it's a crescent moon. Unfortunately, I do think that I hope they fix this where it has the circle instead of a circle. I mean, I guess I kind of get it. A crescent moon and a full moon. But I wish they kept it like the original, which is obviously it's a revolver cylinder from, you know, the evoker that, you know, Yukari has strapped to her thigh. I would love that, personally. Aesthetically, it makes more sense. And you could make the icons the holes, right? In the cylinders for the revolver on the menu. Oh my god. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be nice? Obviously, Yukari has her normal bow. Ooh. Correct form, somewhat. She's gripping the bow a little too much. But other than that, it's pretty decent. Yeah, carrying the bow for the most part. Yeah. Look at that. Shoulders, arms straight. Lovely. Aligned with the bow. Her elbow could be a little higher, but I mean, I'm not going to complain too heavily. Alright, the dick damage, the big dick damage, you love to see it. 76. Obviously very similar to the original. Alright. I'm assuming this is a crit? Oh, this is not a crit. This is a crit. Okay. So in Persona 3, they had a certain, not a crit or weakness animation, but when you would do a physical attack, sometimes the camera would alternate or shift around and move. It would do a lot more damage, but it wasn't technically a critical, so you wouldn't down them. So this is one of those, I guess, where he hits them, does a couple, you know, combos. And hold on, there's a small little thing. See if I can catch it. Ah, yes, there we go. This is the stairs when you hit the new floor. All right, here we go. We got a wonderful frame. I forgot. I gotta go frame by frame with a different set of buttons. So interesting design because it continues, but maybe that'll go towards maybe this is a boss section, but this usually looks like the ending of the floor. And Junpei, my God, Junpei's sword, my goodness, man. Yukari with her bow in her hand, running around. Hopefully they won't be able to have collisions so they don't, you know, get in your way. Or they're hopefully a decent distance away so that they're not constantly in your way if you're trying to just run away from shadows if you don't feel like fighting. But obviously I think this will be a lot better. Alright, and yet again we have our wallet, our little section for the money, which I still don't like. It's very flat, very boring. Just do what Persona 5 did, where it's had it in the corner, you know, very, very bold. Had an outline and everything. Alright, so we have skills, we have items, equipment, persona, stats. Thank God they took quests out of the system menu from the original. And or all the weapons home portable, right? So, thank you. Alright, we got our social links, we got our calendar, and then we have our system. The fascinating thing here is obviously that Persona 3 Protag is upside down. As if he's, you know, falling into water. Weird. Again, water theming. It's very interesting. Because the only other time we've seen it so far is in P5X, and P3 never really had it too much, but still nonetheless fascinating. Because obviously Persona 3 Portable is on the left side, and Persona 5 Joker is on the right side of the screen, and he slaps the menu into your face, right? Again, the menu being in the center. So it's actually be fascinating how P4 Remake will do it, because now, with the confirmation that we have P3 Reload, we can assume and expect Persona 4 Golden to also get a remake. Now that we've actually have information and confirmation that P3 Reload is a thing. Oh my God. Imagine this is a, nah, I'm kidding, I'm joking. Wallet, so other than that, nothing really very much. 01, main, obviously we've had that with Persona 5 as well. We had 01, menu, blah, 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 02, skill, 03, you can... It's there as well. You can go look it up yourself. Use skill, confirm AB, obviously iconography. I've seen that. Junpei. And then we have probably, yeah, this Apsaris and Silky. So this is probably the first fusion. Also, interestingly, looks very similar yet again, I guess. There's Elizabeth, lovely, so we know she's in it. We don't know if they're confirming P3 Femc and Theodore. We don't know yet if they had Theodore there or Theodore on the other side. That'd be fascinating. This is probably how it's going to look now. If anything, we might be able to skip this, or if anything, this might be the first legitimate forced. It's Silky and Apsaris, so it might be It's pretty low level fusion. Psaris and Silky, I believe, aren't that high on the list. Alright, Jack Frost, lovely. Very similar to the way it looked in P3. And the original version, obviously redone models. Very similar to the opening of the original, kind of. And here is his awakening. Obviously, he has evokered himself. P3'd himself. And damn, look at how good that looks. God. So this is going to be lovely. Probably not as impactful as Persona. This is probably not going to be as impactful as Persona 5 Awakenings, but hey, you know what? Lovely. Hopefully they will be. It's going to be fascinating. Renascera. Whatever. Renascere. Whatever. However you say that. Alright, and there we go. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, that was male. I was like, wait. Did they? No. There's Orpheus. Obviously, fire damage. 1. Oh, God. Do they have the weird... Oh, no. Oh, it's 100. Oh. Oh. I thought they brought back the weird, like, hidden resistances. Even though they don't resist it, they don't take as much damage compared to other skills. And, obviously, we all know what those cubes mean. But, obviously, this is a different animation. Because they are using it to... Damn! Look at that. Persona 3 Reload. Has a very similar old looking aesthetic. And then Reload obviously is the new. Look at that, how clean that looks compared to the original logo. Keep that aesthetic. Early 2024. Which is going to be lovely. And hey, awesome. Now it has to compete with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Because they're both coming out early 2024. But we have no idea when that's going to happen. So... most likely, Persona 6 is probably not going to be coming out for a while. Most likely, we're going to get P3 Reload and then whatever P4 Remake is. And then we'll get P6 because I highly doubt and legitimately think they will not do that. That's just kind of how it works. Just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Before the new arc starts, you might as well get in the old games, remake the old games, get them out and out of the way, and then you can focus on the new ones, right? So we have a while before we're going to see anything. And, alright, before we all get ourselves in a tizzy, remember, with P4 Golden and P3 Portable and P5 Royal again, right? We had this before. They showed a Games Pass, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Windows. What does that mean? Xbox paid for the marketing, okay? This is not exclusivity. Obviously, PlayStation, Nintendo, Steam, they'll announce a couple of days later that it, in fact, will be coming to their platforms as well. Again, Xbox just paid for marketing so that people can understand and know that it's on their platform. So if they want, people who like Xbox and people who like Persona and or Atlus can buy it on their platform. That's it. We will see it everywhere else, I assume. If it's Xbox exclusive, woof. Okay, wow, damn. But I don't think Xbox is going to do that. That is the trailer. Obviously, you guys can go check out Faz's channel. Hey, I like this one. Feels just like the trailer. It doesn't feel like any. Faz is a really good one. So if you want, go subscribe. And do all the things that YouTube requires if you want to keep up with Faz's content with other stuff as well. But that is it from me. I think I've discussed everything I can. Man, obviously a lot of certain things, like certain words, are in a different language because this is leaked. Or I assume this is probably just how it is because we also did have that in the original, just naturally. But obviously, we don't know. So, or, I mean, if you want, you guys can explain to me what these translations mean. We'll probably see them again. We've probably seen them elsewhere. But until then, I've been Hasu, captain of the Atlas Whoredom. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one, which will be P5T. I am so excited. I'm so hyped for these games. Oh, not as much Tactica. I'm more, oh man, I'm going to be so excited for P3. You know why? Because P3 is fucking trash. And it needs a remake. It has a lot of problems. But yeah, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go. Thank y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day, however you choose to spend it. See you in the next video. Itadakimasu.